지금 다운로드 받으세요.
Oh, man. Well, let's see if he can do it here on Arena. I mean, you favor him, but Terran's...
They're pretty good at this map, right?
Yeah, they figured this one out.
Yeah, I think
like,
so.
The second they saw it, they're like, oh, I get it. So, we'll see. I mean, I definitely do want Impact to come out here.
Yeah, I think that he absolutely can. So he's going to have some sort of tricky build plan, though, because you can't like play a very reactive macro game. And as you were talking about before, taking a fourth base here can be pretty hilarious.
Yeah.
I think with jjakji, he might do one of these. Actually, we saw one game on this. Didn't Gumiho play a Zerg here, and he just like did a tank push and won the game? I believe
sounds
so.
Right.
Yeah.
It sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe against Sue, and like Sue was just standing outside the little tiny choke and just losing roaches and ravagers, and I'm like,
right,
oh, this is
right.
the worst game.
I remember that game. How that did happen.
I bet you that's the game that we watch here. I bet they're just going to load that replay, and it's like, oh.
Oh, man. Well, let's see if Impact's got it here on Arena, his away map up against jjakji. Well, here we are on everybody's favorite map, Arena. Excuse me. Choking myself up there as I'm talking about it. But here is the Terran player. It's jjakji in the red. And up in the top left, it's Impact in the blue, the Zerg player. And the Zergs, they're trying to rise up again here at the end of this half.
Yeah, maybe they can. 2-3 is okay for the first half.
Yeah, I mean, it's mediocre. It's not where you want to be, of course, but it gives you a better shot than 1-4 or obviously 0-5. And it's really important because, especially ending on a win, you go into the break, you take like 40 minutes and you calm yourself down. You just say, hey, things are going to be okay. I can still win this.
Yeah.
You know, I've watched the games. I've studied, I've talked to my coach about what went wrong in my games against certain players. I think I've got a better grasp on how to deal with them next time. And even though obviously it's going to be harder coming into the second half because everybody's tired, but maybe that'll favor some other players. Maybe Rogue, a guy who's, he's got some pretty good stamina from what I can tell.
In fact, now that you say that, the player with the most stamina that I've ever seen in StarCraft is actually Bjorn. We did call him the Energizer Bjorny. Like, he would play 5 one-hour games in a row.
Unfortunately, he doesn't need it,
Yeah, no, he doesn't.
He's like, oh, well.
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, he's getting out of this group, man. He'll play it until, like, 5 a.m. tonight. Like, only macro games, and it'll be fine.
Who else besides him do you think? Like, do you agree that Rogue has got some decent stats? I don't think he's amazing at it, but he's like, I feel like he can survive until the end, whereas other players like jjakji, I'm like, I don't know.
Well,
Impact, I don't really think so. I mean,
actually, I think Impact might. I don't know this, but he's kind of young and hungry for it right now. So I could see him just, down in a hot 6 and just wrecking in this next half,
I could see it, but in general, I mean, I look at, I was going to say Trust, but again, that's such a different spot because he was 5-0 and he just dropped the ball. But, some other younger players, like Rogue is still decently young, but it doesn't seem like he wants it. It's almost like he's kind of just pretty negative about it. He's trying to make it work, but he can't seem to make it work. Just getting a little bit angry, frustrated about it.
Yeah,
but I can see what you're saying about Impact being just like more hungry and just wanting to win these a little bit more, but hunger can only get you so far.
Yeah, that is true. You gotta bring the skills to pay the bills, as they say. As the ancient Chinese proverb does say.
Yeah. Confucius on that one for sure.
Yeah. Reactored Widowmine. Widowmine drop obviously incoming.
Yeah. He's gonna do like when Widowmines first came out, and or not even when they just first came out. Even a year, 2 years into Heart of the Swarm, people were just throwing it in there and losing like 20 probes to Widowmines, and we were like, oh, I guess that just ends the game.
Yes,
and that's one way to do it.
Oh!
Watch the Roach Warren.
That's a quality Reaper right there. All right, well, Roach Warren on the way, so that's going to be the proper type of tech to hold on against things like Hellions that we see making.
He tries to hide those Widow Mines. I'm not sure, actually, if you saw them.
Yeah. Liberator on the way. Did he make a medevac? I don't think he did. Maybe the Liberator just pushed out some Overlords or something.
Yeah, no, he didn't.
Okay.
And he's making Hellions now and more Liberators. But this, as you were saying, this just looks obviously like a drop, right?
It does.
It's not like he's not going to make medevacs and then just go attack the front, right?
I don't think so.
He's not just like going mech and making an armory and...
I think he makes a medevac next. He's got 4 Hellions. He's got like 2 Widow Mines. Like, he needs a medevac, right?
He needs 2. He needs just...
Yeah.
He needs medevacs.
He needs
in
5 medevacs.
Yeah. Actually, he could use 10 medevacs. That would be good, too.
If he had 10 medevacs right now, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
What a great spot he'd be in.
Somehow he broke the game. That'd be nice, though. Well, here comes the first Liberator. As you were saying, just going to push that out as soon as possible to get that harass damage early on.
Okay, a few kills. Pretty nice. 3 kills. Not bad at all.
And this spot is awkward, too. You have to use the Spore.
Yeah.
You can't use the Queen. And here comes 4 Hellions now.
Roaches and Lings are out, though, so you can definitely block these without any problem.
It's kind of the position you find yourself as the Zerg, where you have to put on some aggression.
Oh, my God. Impact. Come on. Like, that is so painful. He literally just morphed Ravager eggs in the tiny choke and can't get his units through. I don't think it's actually affecting anything real. Oh, I guess it is. He started to attack, and he didn't have his units there.
He needs to have everything together, and here we come, Corrosive Biles, but it's not enough to stop the repair.
But hey, he's got Corrosive Biles for all these Widow Mines right now. Look at this. All right, kills one of them. 2 more are going to be up soon, and he can bile the SCVs.
That he can. But
hey, this is doing pretty good.
A tank is about to pop out. That'll help out a lot, but he needs to keep these bunkers up. He forces one down.
Oh, man, so many SCVs are actually dying at this moment. And Impact might be able to take this, which would, by the way, be an away win.
Yeah, and that's really big. I mean, it puts them at 2 and 3. Everything we were talking about, this Liberator's not really going to help out as long as those Corrosive Biles land, and they do.
More Lings coming up right now. The Ravager's dealing tons of damage. Still some Roaches in here as well. A Siege Tank trying to help hold, but the Zergling's going to get on top of it.
And the economy is crushed right now for jjakji. His entire production now is being camped. A tank comes out again. And he might be able to keep it alive, but he's taken so much damage. He
certainly has. That is 32 SCVs gone. Brings him down to 11. Nothing working out for jjakji right now. He is really on his way to 05.
Yeah. Well, jjakji from here, he is going to, it looks like, drone up and just make a bunch more queens and go for a follow-up eventually. There is a 3rd command center that has been made by jjakji, and he still has a Liberator flying around, but this is not going to do any damage. Not a single kill.
This looks exactly like the last jjakji game where he loses all his SCVs and then loses his Liberator.
Yeah.
And then attacks with like his 3 units and they don't do anything.
Well, this time he's got Widow Mines. I suppose that'll help out a little bit, but not even. Spore's going to come up here. It only gets 2 kills. Some lost mining time. That's about it.
Yeah. How does jjakji actually fight back from here? He does have 3 command centers. At least he didn't lose his command center during all this. Remember that Frost game? Ouch.
Yeah. He remembered to lift it this time. But Impact is preparing for the next push. He's breaking down these rocks. He doesn't have to go through the small choke. There's going to be more tanks this time around, so it's a pretty smart idea. And yeah, I think you just get Lair Tech, get a bunch of units out, and you go for a follow-up.
Yeah, you're pretty much spot on, I think, with that. Once he has enough that he feels like he can roll it no matter how much tank micro there is, that's going to be a very solid time to go. jjakji trying to kind of figure out what's out there, hold him back, maybe even do slight damage with that tank evac, but not going to be able to find very much.
He's going to drop queens. This is actually happening.
Yeah, this is... I actually love it when you load up 3 queens in an Overlord against a tank evac. You just drop on top of the tank and target the medevac, and they just have to go home immediately. That might be what he's looking to do.
But it looks like he's moving across the map.
You're right. He's just going to lay creep, isn't he? Just a ton of creep out there.
Yeah. Start dropping creep.
Oh, no. He is chasing the tank back.
Yeah, there it is.
That makes way more sense.
Yeah. Oh, he's on the chase. Some Lings went in and started poking. Oh, there it is, and it goes down. Oh, man.
Oh, jjakji. Ooh,
Jjakji.
By the way, does he meaningfully put all caps on his ID? I think he does now. I like that. I think that's a good-looking ID with all caps.
It's on the sheet. It's on the in the game too.
Yeah.
It's all over the place.
Yeah.
So looks like it's on purpose.
It's good capping, in my opinion.
For sure.
I liked it before with just capital J at the front too, but what do you think about this name capped with only the back J capped, the last J? That would be ugly as sin. Oh my god.
That's well, it might be better than all lowercase. I really don't like when it's all lowercase.
Oh yeah?
I just dislike
Give yourself
that.
some respect. Have a cap. Proper nouns have caps, bro.
Yeah. Put in a cap. This is the stuff we start talking about when we're in game 15. Just wait until game 25.
Yeah.
That's when it gets really fun.
Well, especially in this game where he lost 33 SCVs to that attack. It's like, well...
It's like, but Artosis, he's going to push. He's going to kill the fourth.
No, he's not. He's not going to do anything.
Oh, man. He's not even... Oh.
He's not even going to lift that up.
Yeah.
What he is going to do is die pretty soon.
Yeah, here comes the push.
Poor jjakji.
Yeah, coming in now.
He just does not have enough right now. No, I don't think he'll even hold this, but he might hold this. It's possible.
He's dropping in the queens. Here we go. The queen strike back.
Wow. Yeah. And this is just about GG at this point. jjakji, like...
More than doubling supply at this point.
He just took way too much damage early on. This is not his day. I feel like he's a better player than what we're seeing, but definitely not the caliber to be in, the actual SSL.
GG. Impact going to take that game. Doesn't matter that it was Alrena. Takes an away map win. His first. Or no, his first. His first away map of the day.
All right, so that is an away win for Impact, and that is a loss, another loss for jjakji.
Yeah. So,
ouchies.
5 losses for our boy jjakji.
I did that too.
I
didn't do the cross.
I didn't do the cross. I messed it up.
Oh man, oops.
It's just been a bad day for jjakji. He can't even get the right, stats on his sheet.
That's the end of the first half, right?
Yeah.
So to run this down, guys, Byun is in first place 4-1, Alive just behind him 4-1 because of one less away win. And then at 3-2 is Deer. Then at 2-3 is Impact with 1 away win, and then Rogue at 2-3 with no away wins, and then jjakji's with 5 losses. So jjakji literally has to win every game or he's out, for sure. And even if he wins every game, we can't guarantee anything. jjakji fans, I'm sorry. If he wins all the games, is still out. I'm sorry. It might happen.
Yeah, I think there's a decent chance that actually one of these other players like Deer or something just goes, he gets 3 wins, Byung gets 2, Alive gets 2, and then we have our top 3. Because if those 3 guys, they get 6 wins, I think it's just done. And nobody can really...
You might be right about that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Just 6 has been the magic number, but...
Yeah.
Guys, we're going to close this out here for now. We're going to return at 6 p.m. for the second half. Don't go anywhere. The stream might go off. It might stay on. I'm not 100% sure. But make sure you're back here at 6.
And that's not long, guys. That's
40 minutes. 40 minutes. So we'll be back in 40 minutes.
You're the one